What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. I want to talk about XRP. I want to talk about whether it's a time to buy, a price prediction, the SEC, and different scenarios that could come out of that, and my opinion of the overall situation and where things are going. I just want to kind of do an all-encompassing video. But when it comes to the price prediction, when it comes to when you should buy, I'm not telling you specifically on when you need to buy. You need to make that decision for yourself. I'm not going to be that person that goes, hey, you buy it now or else you're going to lose type of thing. No, there's many different scenarios where you can win. It all depends on when you buy and when you sell. The end goal would be selling, and that's when you make a profit, right? So ultimately, I'm going to say what I would do in a situation if I did not have any XRP at all, but it doesn't mean that you take on that same route. It means that maybe you look at it and implement it into your strategy, and maybe you have some pieces that you take home, some pieces that you don't. So hopefully you guys understand that. I don't want to be that end all be all, like buy now, sell now, all of that stuff, because that's not right. You're not going to learn investing by just copying somebody. Anyways, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you want to check out my new credit card YouTube channel, I'll put the link in the cards to go there. I'm doing a giveaway over there. So if you guys want to quickly click the link, go and subscribe, watch a video later. For the first 2,000 subscribers, we're going to be doing a giveaway of cryptocurrency, and we will explain a lot of that giveaway over on that channel, over on the credit card YouTube channel. It should be as like the main trailer. So if you're not subscribed, you should be able to see it. But make sure you guys subscribe, because we are growing really, really fast. We're at like 539 subscribers. So once we hit 2,000 subscribers, that's when we will do that giveaway. So definitely go over there and subscribe, watch the video for more context. Let's talk about XRP, because XRP, in my opinion, has a lot of potential. XRP, in a lot of people's opinion, has a ton of potential. And where it currently stands is at about 52 cents. We're seeing it at a $26 billion market cap, or $27.6 billion market cap, with $734 million worth of volume. Over the last year, we've seen this at lower prices, where we see it at 34 cents. And more recently, we've seen this, at around, it was around 95 cents. It's not really showing a great depiction of where it was, but we saw this around 95 cents. And now it's back down, and we see it decrease because of the potential appeal. And now we have a little bit of hype that's built into it, from a level of 47 cents up to 55 cents. And now more recently, 53 to 52 cents, where we stand. So with this being said, and looking at the prices, I know there's a lot of FOMO that's going on right now. People that have that fear of missing out. And I understand where you're coming from. I have been there in many different scenarios, and, trying to get into a position and place myself into a position at the right moment. I feel like this is still a good moment, because you could see where the high point was, and you could see where the low point is. And even if you have that larger potential to make a ton of money out of XRP as an investor, but understanding the long-term future of where this can get to, and people are like, hey, this can be a value of $5, $10, $500, $1,000, $10,000, $50,000. And honestly, I don't 100% see that. I want to see it. I don't 100% see it. I understand where they're coming from, that the ceiling is kind of extended, and it's higher than any other ceiling that we have that's out there. I understand that. But when bringing it back to, times to buy, is this the right time to buy if you have that extended ceiling? Honestly, yeah, it's a good time to purchase it if you do not have XRP. Why? It's down from this high that we've seen in the last year. The high was, again, 95 cents. It has decreased all the way down to this level, to where it's around half that amount. So if you are seeing that, that's a retracement point. These are all great levels to be at. Is it at the absolute best level possible? No. We've seen it at 46 cents. We've seen it at 45 cents. But it's not the absolute best level, but it still is a good level if you see the future. Because if you only see short term, where you're like, I'm losing 5 cents on every coin that I have, versus, being able to gain 50 cents and gain a dollar and gain $2, $10, $20 within your longer term price range or longer term price target, I don't see, like, you see a low risk, high reward there, right? So in my opinion, if I was going in blind, which I wouldn't go in blind, I would obviously look at the position. But if I was going in, without any type of stake in it, not worried about lowering or increasing my cost basis, I have no XRP right now, I would purchase right now because it does create that opportunity. Now, would I buy absolutely everything that I want to own? I would probably get a large majority of it because it has dropped by, again, about 50% from those highs that we saw. So again, it's still a great opportunity when you do see a retracement point. And I can explain that in many different scenarios if you guys want to. But let's get into a price prediction. Where do I believe XRP will go? In my opinion, I've seen many different price predictions that are out there. I've seen price predictions that are around $3, $5, $10, 20, 100, 5,000, 50,000, 100,000, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And like I said, honestly, it's difficult for me to see those higher points, but I can't say I don't believe, because there's going to be some XRP that I hold within that time frame to see what it ends up turning out being. Maybe it's only 10, maybe it's only 100. I currently have 1,787 XRP, which is not a lot, but I do expect to take profit as time goes on. And then when it gets to the end, when it gets to a point where we see maybe a $10 price point, yeah, I'm going to leave probably 100 in there and just let it run its course and let it be what it's going to be. Because I'm sure as people start to see higher prices, they're going to make those sells and go on about their day. Now, when it comes to my price prediction, where I believe I'm going to make my initial moves and my longer term moves, I'm looking at the level of about $10 or $5 to $10 as my bigger price ranges, and more of like 2024 around like $3 or so. So that's kind of my level of where I'm setting some short-term goals as well as long-term goals for my price prediction based on a lot of things that I've seen out there. It's not just based on me, it's based on a lot of things and a lot of discussions that we've had. Also, I wanted to take some time to go into SEC while we have a little bit of time here. So this was really breaking down the case, and a lawyer at Hogan & Hogan, Jeremy Hogan, basically says this about the SEC. If you go through this, he talks about how the case is over. It's been dismissed. The full case has pretty much been dismissed. There's no trial that's going to be next year. It's just a ultimate judgment, which a lot of people have confused, that it's not about a win or a lose. It's about what the judgment will be, because everything really has been dismissed. But the case could settle at any time before the final judgment. So the final judgment, I believe, is supposed to be in April, but it could settle before the final judgment at any time. But that's one possibility. If not both, the SEC can file appeals. The SEC indicated that it will appeal, and they talked about the appeal and everything like that. And if it doesn't go their way, maybe they can still have an overall appeal on that final judgment if they have that final judgment. Now, if they settle, then there's no appeal of that final judgment because they settled on something. So here's kind of the pros and cons of settling. The pros of settling mean that you get it over with and done with, and it does create positivity to the market, and you do not have any type of appeal from the SEC because they did settle on whatever they did. However, there could be a new case that's really brought up because of the fact that you're doing something else to where it's kind of the same thing, and you also need to settle on that and get charged for that. So ultimately, it takes out all case law that you would have built within that case because you settled and ultimately didn't lead to a judgment. That's where kind of those pros and cons really mix up. Also, on the con side, when you have a settlement, it's not something that holds as much weight as a final judgment. Even though that can be appealed and the appeal could be denied, and you can have kind of a speed bump again in the road if they decide to appeal a judgment. I don't think settlement is the way to go, right? a settlement, just doesn't give the same amount of hype as like, hey, the, Ripple won or XRP won, right? So in my opinion, I think we need to see all charges like dropped, or, mainly see that final judgment so that we can have that case law. I feel like even with the charges dropped, you still don't have that ultimate decision that leads them into a point where they're like, okay, we can't do this because this is how this other case kind of panned out. Once you drop everything, there's no more case, right? There's information behind it, but you can't really just bring that up within a future, hearing that you do the same thing that's wrong, or something like that. So that's my opinion of what's happening. And that's obviously Jeremy Logan's opinion and outcomes or scenarios that could come from this case. But ultimately, I think XRP is a great play. That's why I still hold 1,700. Is it breaking the bank? No, it's about $1,000 worth. But I really like the position, so I really believe that this is going to go a lot further than some people think, maybe less further than other people think. But guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, again, if you guys want to join the giveaway and join my new credit card YouTube channel, feel free to do that. The link will be in the cards. But I'm going to get out of here and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.